So I sold the Kangook Top 80 and purchased the Nirvana F-Light NS160. Electric start, real nimble unit, no clutch, but very easy to launch and land. It's a pretty light unit also. Came in at right around 47.3 pounds. Put about 7 or 8 hours on it, and then I started to have a few issues.
Well, another engine out. Not all bad because I have a sweet little dog guarding my paramotor. This time it only ran for about 15 minutes and it started to get a little bit sputtery, and I was able to land safely again, but it was a little dicey area. A lot of leftover rain from the last big rain, so got to figure out what's going on.
So after the first engine out, started to troubleshoot the problem. Each time we thought we had it licked, had another engine out. Finally, we thought it was surely the spark plug cap, and put a new spark plug in, thought it was running well, then another engine out. So at this point, decided that the unit had to go back to the dealer and figure it out. Thought maybe it might be an ignition coil, and that's what it seems to be at this point. So the Nirvana went back. I'm again without a paramotor and kind of bummed. Really nice unit. A lot of things I liked about it. A few things that I do have some criticism. Not sure it's the right paramotor for me, but all in all, I think it's a really nice unit. But we'll see. We'll see if we truly get it fixed, and then I'll make a decision whether to keep it or maybe try something else. But as it turns out, a friend of mine and the dealer for Kangook Paramotors offered to lend me his backup unit. So really nice of him. It gets me back in the air until I decide what I'm going to do. Keep the Nirvana or go with something else. So I'm back with Kangook. It's a little heavier frame, around 55 pounds. Very sturdy double hoop cage. Has a Thor 80 liquid cooled engine. And I've run it up a little bit, and it's really smooth, very quiet, very easy to start. It has a high hang point, so something different for me too. So I'll look forward to flying this very soon. Actually going to Salton Sea for the fly-in, so I'll look forward to flying it there quite a bit. And even if I don't keep the Nirvana, there's a few things that I've learned. One is I really like trying the electric start. My top 80 in flight, I'd usually have to have two-hand start if I turned off the engine. With the electric start, boy, that was real easy. But with the Thor 80, I found that with the easy start, it's really easy. On my back, I can just pull it one hand, no problem. And I think there's some other engines I'm considering, such as the Atom 80, a Vitarazi, that are also very easy to start in the air, one hand. So that's not as critical for me. Also, the Nirvana was without a clutch. And I have found that I like the clutch. On the ground, I like that idle without the propeller spinning. It's a lot easier, it's not as bone jarring, and I can keep it at a lower idle. Coming into landing, there's no thrust when it's on idle. I can turn off the engine just a little before and I won't see any drop from any lack of thrust. With the non-clutch, with the idle on, or whether it's idling, you're still getting some forward thrust from that propeller. So you turn it off and you do drop just because of the lack of thrust. So for me, I like the clutch. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. At this point, I don't know what I'll be flying in the next 2 or 3 months. I'm really considering the Maverick from Parajet, as well as the Adventure Pluma, both with the Atom 80. Again, not really concerned with electric start anymore. Definitely want a clutched engine. And I'm going back down in horsepower, but they're a little bit better than the top 80, and I actually did quite well with the top 80. And as my instructor once told me, all paramotor wings are wonderful, all engines are junk, and it's only money.